Good day, all you fine folk, and welcome to Lockdown Workout Day 5. And with me, my housemate Candice.
Loud applause. Okay guys, we have to work on the intro because we're getting a little bit bored, so we'll try and be creative. Today we are doing arms as promised. So all you're going to need for today's session is a set of weights. I have 2 kilos, Lisa has 3, and potentially a foam roller if you have. We're going to give you a foam roller option and a non-foam roller option since we only have 1 foam roller in the house. So yeah, get your weights, pause the video if necessary, and let's get going. So before we use the weights, let's start with a bit of a warm-up. I sometimes forget to warm up. Oh, and I'm going to start my watch. Should probably do that before we start rolling, but anyway. Great. Okay, so let's just start with rolling the shoulders. And 2, nice. Since we're just working arms today, we're just going to warm up a little bit of arms and upper back. We're not going to worry too much with legs. Hope you're all feeling good after the workout yesterday.
I'm feeling pretty good.
I didn't actually feel too much. Maybe we need to work legs harder next time. And forwards. Great, let's just lift shoulder blades up and force them down. And 2, and down, and 3, and down. Another beautiful day in Cape Town. And we're looking at it through the window. Nice, and let's just take the arms up and around. Nice big circles with your arms. I prefer not to do these going forwards. I just find it doesn't seem to be a natural shoulder movement unless you're a swimmer or a fast bowler. But for now, we're just going to go backwards. Sorry, Liesl, you go first. Nice, and then let's just open up the chest. Ooh. Sometimes the warm-up makes me tired.
Yeah.
But also I'm a little bit stiff from some extra training I did yesterday. Nice. Okay, let's get the legs out far. Legs out far. What am I saying? Arms out wide. And we're just going to do little circles, breathing in as we go back. 5 and out. And in. Remember to pull your shoulder blades down and out. And lengthen through the neck. And in. And out. 1 more. And out. And drop down. Good. Alright, we're going to do some nerve mobilization. So we're just going to take the hands palm up like you're serving a tray. And then rotate behind you like you're trying to get a sneaky tip from someone. And back to serving a tray. And back behind. We're just loosening up the nervous system. And forward. And back. And forward. Or like you're trying to take the baton in a relay. You don't need to look behind you for this. There's no real baton. Good. Stretch it out. And push the shoulder blades down as you go. Nice. Can you feel like a nervy pull into your hands? Okay, cool. Arms up to the side, and we're just going to take the hands backwards. Also another nervy pull. So be pulling into your hand. Nice one for carpal tunnel, except you might not want to do it so aggressively if you're doing for carpal tunnel. Just do 1 hand at a time and very gently. Nice. Good. Okay, let's take the head to the side. Breathe in, breathe out, and roll it to the other side. Good. Breathe in, and out, and roll. Good. In, and out. And again, in, and out. Nice, we're just going to go into a roll down, so breathing in, tuck the chin, and roll down, peeling each vertebra down in its own time.
And stretch all the way down to the toes. Oh, now I feel my hamstrings. Breathe in and out. Tuck the tailbone and roll back up again. Slowly stacking your spine one bone at a time. Let's do that once more. Breathe in and out. And in again. And out.
Nice. Let's put the arms on top of each other. We're just going to warm up the thoracic spine. Breathing in and out and to the side. Keep your pelvis facing forward, just rotating up and back. And into center and out to that side. Good. And in and out. Hold it there. Breathe in again. And twist more as you breathe out. Really twist your upper back. Good. And into center and out. Keep your pelvis forward, remember. Breathe in again. And breathe out and twist even further. Twist it up. And breathe in. Back to the center. Nice. Feeling warm? Okay, grab your weights. Cool. I kept it to 5 minutes today with a warm up. Okay, so we're just going to start off nice and easy with some bicep curls. So somewhere between 1 and 3 kilos will be good for these exercises. Generally, when we do a short lever exercise like this, we can use the heavier weights. And when we do the long lever, we can use lighter weights. But having only one set of weights with me at the moment, I'm just going to do everything with these. And we'll just do less repetitions of the long lever. For those of you that don't care about physics, you can ignore everything I just said and just do the exercises. Have you been counting?
No.
Okay, cool. 10, 11,
Oh, I know.
12.
I should have said 13.
So if you have heavier weights, you don't need to do the second set.
14.
15, 16,
Oh, dude.
17, are you going to start? 18, 19, 20, keep it up, turn the palms forward, and we're pushing up into a press. 1 and 2. So a lot of the exercises are Pilates style, and some of them are just random strengthening. Just putting all my knowledge together to give you some good strengthening and toning. 10. Cool. You still okay? Mm-hmm. We're still doing short lever, so we're doubling up. Try and keep your shoulder blades down, keep a nice long neck. Work slow and controlled. 18. Almost there. 20. Good. Okay. So now we're just going to work, we're going to switch it up a bit and do the back of the shoulders. So we're going to turn to the side, bend forward slightly, and you're just going to lift the arms up behind you. So 1, and slowly down. 2. We're working long levers, so we're just going to do 10. 3, 4. Hope everyone notices how my weights are color coordinated with my outfit. It's accidental, but I'm totally claiming it. Cool, and then elbows up, and we're just going to straighten. 1, and bend. 2, so keep your arms up, don't drop at the shoulders. Ooh, nice. Okay, we're going to come back to some triceps later. Okay, let's go straight up to the front now. So just lifting both weights up to shoulder level and down. And 2. Keep your core engaged, keep your back straight, neutral pelvis. And also keep your shoulder blades down. There's no reason for your shoulder blades to lift if you're only lifting up to 90 degrees. Counting. 8. Nice. And 10. Good. Okay, now we're going to go up to the side. I'll grab side to the side, keeping the palms forward, or turning the palms forward, 2. Also just to 90 degrees, 3. Keeping the shoulder blades down, 4. So don't pull your shoulder blades up to your ears, please. Even with 2 kilos, this is heavy. 9 and 10. Good. Okay. Just take a little bit of a breather. Roll the shoulders a bit. We're going to try and do some rotator cuff in this position. So let's bring the arms up to 90 degrees. And you're just going to turn them down and up. Nice and simple. 2. Keep your shoulder blades stable. 3. Keep your upper arm in the same position. 4. Yo, that's burning. 5. It's okay. 6. So lighter weights are definitely advised for these. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Woo! Yo. Oh, my arms feel lame already. Okay, let's just take a bit of a break. Let's take a deep breath. Stretching up through the spine, gripping one hand and just leaning to the side. Breathe out. Breathe into center and out. Stretching the other side. Good. And in and out. Just lower the arms, just shake them out a little. My arms feel super lame. It's amazing how you can work out so quickly. Okay, so let's move straight onto the floor work. Might be a shorter workout today, but that's okay. Okay, cool. So do you want to use your mat? Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate the exercises on the foam roller, and then Liesel's going to do them on the mat. So you've got 2 options. The difference is with a foam roller you can get a little bit more range. So if you're quite flexible, it could be a better option. But if you are more stiff, then you can just do it straight on the floor so you don't push beyond your normal range. Okay. I'm wondering, it's going to be better, yeah, I'll go opposite. I'm just hoping I'm still in the video. That'd be funny. Okay, cool. So just lying on your back with your legs bent up comfortably. If you're on the roller, you want your bum and your head and your whole spine on the roller. Okay, so we're just going to start with the weights pushing up to the ceiling. And we're just going to do a ceiling punch. So just pushing up and 2. 3. You're basically just gliding your shoulder blade forward. We're going to just do 20 of these. This is quite easy with a 3 kilo. Hey, Liesel, how are you doing?
Yeah, no, it's fine with you.
Yeah.
The other one wasn't.
So this is just really good for shoulder stability. This is a muscle that keeps your shoulder blade flat on your back. So if your shoulder blades are winging, where they look like they stick sort of off your back or lie away from your back, this is a great exercise for you. We're probably on 20 here. Oh well, let's just say 20. The next one we're going to do is just bending, keeping your elbows facing the ceiling and straightening up to the ceiling. Good. So you keep your upper arm completely still and leave off. Okay, if you can keep count these off. Nice. You want to get rid of those bingo wings. So now that we're not hugging anymore, we're just going to be waving at each other from a distance. So you want to make sure when you're waving at someone from your balcony that your arms don't slap you in the face. Good, let's keep going to 20, just so that we can wave with more enthusiasm.
13.
Remember to keep your core engaged the whole time,
15.
protecting your spine.
16.
And keep your shoulder blades away from your ears, so pull your shoulder blades down towards your hips.
18. 19.
Ooh-wee.
20.
Okay, nice. Keep it there. We're going to drop into a bench press. So elbows down and push up together. Nice. I think after this you can do it without the weights. Or get some tins of coconut milk. Good. So you can see with the roller I'm just getting a bit more range, which I like because I'm quite flexible. For a lot of sports you need a lot of shoulder flexibility, but for your average runners and desk workers you probably don't have a huge amount of scapular stability. I mean mobility. I can't talk today.
14, 15, 16.
Yeah, this half an hour is turning out to be my moment of sanity in the day. With all the other mental chaos of how we're all going to get through this.
20.
Good. So I hope you're enjoying these, even if it's just for a little bit of your mental health. Okay, so we're going to alternate the arms and do a marching arm. So one arm up, one arm down. And then cross in the middle and the other side too. Good. So with the very heavy weights, this will actually just cause you an injury. I wouldn't go beyond 2 kilos with this. I shouldn't really be hitting the floor. That's just because these weights are quite heavy. Nice. It's all about keeping control, keeping your form, not going too quickly, not using momentum, not bouncing off the floor. And if you do have any shoulder problems, don't go too far. You can always just do a small range if you don't have a lot of shoulder range. Good, and now the last one in this position, I might bump into your knees. We're just going to open up, nice, and closing, just nicely for the pecs. And 2. Good. And 3. I think we're just going to do 10 of these. Once again, we're onto our long lever. Woo, and I can feel it. 10. Nice, and coming down again. All right, one more, just for the last one, we're going to do the diagonals. So for the diagonals, you're just going to go a combination of flexion and abduction out of 45 degrees and back to the center. Now don't arch your back, don't lift your shoulder blades up too much. Nice, slow and controlled. Careful with this with those weights. 1, and up. 2, just abandon your weights. 3. 4. If you can't get the weights back up, just drop them. Yeah, this ideally you want to do with more 1.5 kilos, especially for the ladies. And guys should be able to do 2 to 3.
8.
Whew. This is tough, eh? Control, control, control. Nice, and coming down. Okay, let's just have a stretch there. So put the weights at your side, bring your arms out and just drop them down. Whether you're on the roller or not, you just want to drop down at an angle of 90 degrees and push your spine onto the roller or the mat. Whew. This is a great stretch. This is my absolute personal favorite. Especially if you sit at a desk. Get yourself a roller. We sell them from the practice. Call us if you want. I think I've got about 2 left in stock though. But this is a great stretch after sitting at your desk all day. It straightens up your spine, gets rid of the curves, straightens up your neck, and stretches out your pecs. Probably end up saving you coming to the physio, which is not great for my business, but, you know, good for your health. I actually once had a patient who was an accountant, and he gave me a lecture in business, and he said, if you want your business to do well, stop selling foam rollers. Because after he bought a foam roller, he never had to come back. He just felt amazing. Anyway, maybe I should increase my markup on foam rollers. I'm just talking because the stretch is so great, I don't want to stop. Okay, let's bring it back up again and just stretch up above your head. I don't feel much with this stretch, but if you're quite tight in the shoulders, you probably will feel it. How's it feeling to you, Liesl?
Yeah, I can feel I'm tight. It's a good stretch.
Nice, and bringing the arms back again. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, you're going to need a little pillow of sorts to rest your forehead on. So I think, do you want to use the cactus? I'm going to use my foam roller. And it's just to have something to rest your forehead while we're doing the shoulder exercises. So we're just going to do some exercises lying on our tummies. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is just extending through the shoulder blades. So you want to pull your shoulder blades back and down, and then we're just going to change the position of the arms. But for all of these, make sure you are in neutral pelvis, you engage your core, so you're not arching your back. We're not doing back extensions, we're doing shoulder extensions. So you want to move through only your upper back and your shoulder blades. So please just be aware of that. Tuck the tailbone in and pull the belly button in, and don't arch your lower back. Okay. Well, it's a bit high. Change of plan. Okay, so get the pillow. Okay, so pop your head on the pillow. Hands at your side. Tuck the tailbone, pull the belly button in, and we're just going to pull our shoulder blades back and down. So they must move slightly towards each other and towards your lower back. So if you angle them down as if they're going towards your tailbone, you'll get the right movement. So let's just do 20 of these. So your feet shouldn't lift off the floor because that means you're arching your back. And the movement's all through your shoulder blades. Hands are hovering above the floor.
Should you feel the shake?
Yeah, that's good. Lift your head as well. So your chin, your chest and your head might lift, but just as a result of the movement of your shoulder blades. Don't force them to lift. We try to straighten the upper back. Nice. If you do work at a desk, you'll probably find that quite difficult because you'll have a bit more of an arched back. I've got a very flat spine, so it's easy for me to lift up, but it's a good exercise for everybody. Next set, we're going to do with our arms up at 45 degrees. Thumbs facing the ceiling. And exactly the same thing. Tuck the tailbone, squeeze the glutes, don't arch the lower back. And let's lift. And 1. Pull the shoulder blades back and down towards your lower back. How are you managing?
It's not possible because of space.
Oh, I see. Then you can just do the other one. You might not be able to get into this position because of your back, then just drop back to the other exercise. Nice. And then the final one we're going to do in this position for the arms is just coming out into what they call them, the I's, Y's, T's, W's, the W's. So we're going to have our arms out at 90 degrees and we're just going to lift the arms up to the side. Don't worry if you don't get much spinal extension. So hands at your side, same position, and just lift. And as you lift, you squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other.
If you're finding these difficult, just leave your head on the cushion. Don't try and lift your head. And definitely don't arch your neck. Whew. So that's just really good for all your muscles around your shoulder blades. Okay, we're just going to add in a little bit of glutes with that because, you know, why would you want to do any exercises without working your bum a little bit? So we're going to just go into the swimmer. So we have our hands at our sides, and as you lift the right shoulder, you lift the left leg, and then left arm with the right leg. All the time keeping your spine straight, keeping your core engaged, don't arch your lower back. So let's go. Right hand, left leg, and 1. And 2. So you're pulling the shoulder blade down towards the opposite glute and the leg up towards the opposite shoulder blade, except you're not arching your back. These are the two biggest muscles in your body, your glutes and your lats, both of which do not work at all when you sit at your desk. So another great exercise for desk workers. Nice. Woo. Okay, how are we doing for time? 25 minutes, perfect. Okay, so let's have a stretch. Which side do you want? By the way, I made these cushion covers. Very proud of myself. Might be my new business if physio doesn't work out. Orders welcome. Okay, so I'll sit this side. All right, whew, I'm actually feeling really tired. Okay, good heart rate as well. So let's just start by having a nice stretch. Clasp the hands and stretch out to the front. Here on you. Good, and hands behind and just stretching to the back. Try and lift them up high and just stretch out the chest in the process. Pull the shoulder blades towards each other. Nice. Let's try a stretch like this for biceps. So just having the hands backwards, and we're just going to lift up and bring your body forward. So we're just getting a nice stretch through the front of the shoulder. Are you getting that? Mm. So sometimes you just have to adapt. Normally I stretch the bicep by holding on to something like a door handle and getting my arm up behind me, but we don't really have that apparatus here. Good, and down again. Nice. And then into some lats. So just grabbing your arm, pulling over, just stretching out. I'm going to try and vary the equipment. So next time we do arms, we'll do it all with a TheraBand. Just a heads up. Nice. It's just nice to mix it up a bit. And behind your back, just stretching out tricep. We've done quite a lot of tricep today. Like I say, focusing on that balcony waving. Communicating with your neighbors. Cool, other side. Stretching down behind your back. We could have also done some push-ups and things like that, planks, but I think we'll save those for when we do the core, and I think that'll be tomorrow. And grab the wrist and pulling over, stretching out your lats. And
back up. Okay, let's just stretch out the back. So just twist to the side. And to the other side. And back to the middle. And let's just go into the neck. So just tilting to the side. Slightly forward. Just stretching out your upper trapezius. I don't expect that your form is going to be perfect in the beginning. So just give your neck a good stretch afterwards because you probably will overuse your neck until your shoulder stability gets better. Okay, other side, tilt and slightly forward. Making sure that your shoulder blade doesn't lift up with it. Good, rotate and pull the nose to the armpit.
Doesn't smell bad today.
Still early in the day. Other side. Go on tight this one. I think I said that every time. Alright, and back to the middle. Let's just tuck the chin and do a mini roll down. Good, and back up again. Nice. Deep breath in, reaching up. And out. And again, deep breath in. And out. Awesome. Thanks for joining today, and we'll see you again tomorrow. I'm thinking of working a little bit of spinal, core stability, abs, spinal mobility, that sort of thing. So we'll see you tomorrow.